Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you have even the slightest interest in rare coins, lost treasures, or historical mysteries waiting to be uncovered, this is where you belong. Now let's step into a story that could change how you look at the spare change in your drawer. Now, let me ask you a question. What if the answer to one of the greatest undervalued treasures of modern times was sitting right in someone's pocket? What if a single coin could rewrite your legacy, your retirement, your future, forever? Today, we're diving deep into the mystery and legend behind a very unassuming piece of metal, the 1998 Thailand 50 baht coin. But don't let the plain look of this coin fool you. Beneath its surface lies a story of hidden value, royal history, international intrigue, and a number that will knock the breath right out of you. Picture this. It's 1998. Thailand is in a period of reflection and national pride. That year marked the golden jubilee of King Bhumibol Adulyadej's reign, 50 years on the throne. He wasn't just any monarch. He was the longest reigning king in Thai history and one of the most deeply respected leaders in the world. A man of science, music, compassion, and endless dignity. His rule defined modern Thailand. To commemorate this once in a lifetime milestone, the Thai government authorized a special coin to be minted, the 50 baht coin. A coin not for circulation, but for remembrance. Not for spending, but for legacy. But as with all things tied to royalty and history, not every coin is made the same. A select few were struck in extremely limited numbers. Some were pressed using rare metallic compositions. Some were minted in gold, others in silver, and even fewer, and here's where it gets interesting, were given as royal gifts or held in international archives. These are the coins that today fetch astronomical values. And when I say astronomical, I mean life-changing. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about the design for a moment. On one side of this coin, you'll find a powerful portrait of King Bhumibol in his regal attire. But it's not just a depiction, it's a declaration, a symbol of unity, a sign of an era that shaped millions of lives. On the reverse, the royal emblem gleams, encircled by a script that holds far more than words. It holds reverence, tradition, and perhaps a hidden map to value that collectors around the world have only begun to fully understand. So how does a coin like this jump from being a commemorative memento to a multi-million-dollar masterpiece? It's a combination of scarcity, historical gravity, collector obsession, and a little bit of luck. You see, not all of these coins were made available to the public. Some were kept in vaults. Others were gifted in diplomatic ceremonies. A few ended up in museums. And every now and then, one slips through the cracks. One ends up in a collection, unnoticed, untouched. Until one day, it's discovered. The story goes that a retired collector stumbled upon one such coin at a small market overseas. It was being sold for almost nothing, just a couple of bucks. But the man, a quiet historian with an eye for detail, recognized the coin's origin. He took it home, examined it under light, measured the weight, and confirmed its authenticity. What he had wasn't just a souvenir. It was a piece of royal metalwork, one of the few surviving coins from a secret diplomatic run of the 1998 50 baht series. The coin changed his life. It was eventually evaluated, auctioned, and when the final gavel came down, the room went silent. $24 million. A world record. A coin that was once worth barely more than a candy bar had become one of the most expensive coins ever sold. Let that sink in. We live in a world where digital currencies rise and fall in minutes, where inflation eats away at your savings, where gold and silver hold their charm, but not their stability. But here, in the quiet strength of numismatics, is something different, something real, something enduring. For many men, especially those between 55 and 65, retirement is not just a goal, it's a reality. It's a phase where legacy starts to matter more than hustle, where wisdom replaces ambition, and where preserving and growing wealth becomes personal. And while stocks and bonds come and go, coins like this, they don't just store value, they tell stories. They become anchors of culture and wealth, assets that appreciate not just because of metal, but because of memory, monarchy, and myth. You might be wondering, could I own one? Could I find one? Is it worth looking? Here's the truth. These coins are rare, but they're out there. In auctions, in collections, sometimes even in drawers, waiting to be recognized. You don't need to be a millionaire to start. You just need to be curious. Just need to look. Sometimes, fortune smiles not on those who rush, but on those who pay attention. And if nothing else, the story of the 1998 Thailand 50 baht coin should teach you this. The world is full of hidden treasures. Not always buried. Not always locked away. Sometimes, they're waiting in plain sight, on a shelf, in a box, or in your very own past. Before we end, remember to subscribe if you want to hear more stories that could very well change your view on value, history, and the hidden power of everyday objects. Now finally, the number you've been waiting for. The 1998 Thailand 50 baht coin, in its rarest form, once sold at auction for an incredible, unbelievable, jaw-dropping amount.